Welcome to Let's Talk Meshing's This Is How I Glyph, a series where we review scripts that have been written to automate specific tasks in Pointwise or the entire meshing process. In this video, we're taking a look at squeezecon.glyph, a script written to basically take a connector and squeeze it to fit between two user-defined points. To download the script, you can go to github.com/pointwise/squeezecon. Once here, you can go to the clone or download button and then click download zip to download the repository, which will contain the script as well as the README file. Scrolling down, you can see that this is a pretty simple script. It does one thing and one thing only, and that is to take a user-defined or user-selected connector and basically just squeeze it to fit between 2 points. And so there's not much to the README file here. Taking a look at the script, you can see that if you open it in a text editor, there's some information on the usage of the script. And scrolling through here, basically what's going on is it's taking a selected connector, or it's prompting the user to select a connector, and then it's going through a number of transformations. What it's going to do is it's going to take that connector and it's going to translate it to a new position, and then it's going to scale it to fit between 2 points that the user defines. The script will actually prompt the user to select 2 points. And so that's what this code is doing, is it's going through and intelligently taking that connector and transforming it, making a copy of it and transforming it to a new position, and then scaling it to fit between the 2 points. So let's go ahead and see how this works in Pointwise. All right, so now we're here in Pointwise, and you can see that I have a fillet geometry, and I've basically created a quarter OH topology on both ends of this fillet. And what I'd like to do is create the wireframe to create the remainder of the topology on the inner portion of this OH grid. To do that, what I really would like to do is select this connector and make several copies of it so that I can connect, say, this point to that point, this point to that point, this point to that point, and so on and so forth. So I'm basically creating the spine for this topology so that this grid can be created. I can create a multi-block structure grid. What you would typically do as a user is you would select a connector, you would copy it, so we would go to Edit, Copy, we would then go to Edit and then Paste or Control V. You would see this panel open up and we would say, all right, let's translate this connector, because the reason I've selected this connector is to retain that general shape. I just want to make a copy of it and move it to a new position so I can retain the general shape of that connector, because that connector follows that fillet. So I would go ahead and translate that, and I would say, all right, I'm going to translate it from that point to that point. So that basically moves that end of the connector to the point that I want it to be constrained to. I'd go ahead and accept that and click OK. And now what I would need to do is select this connector, because you'll notice the end over here is kind of off in space. If I rotate this around a little bit, you can see that that end is not exactly where I would like it to be. What I would need to do is select that connector, go Edit, Transform, and we're going to do a scale operation. I'm going to fix this end. I'm going to set that as the anchor. I'll pick this end and say that I want it to go right there. And that would scale it to fit in between those 2 points, and I'll click OK. And now I have a connector that follows the original path that is scaled to fit between those 2 points. And if we take a look, you can see that we have this nice semicircular connector that follows that path. And I would actually have to go ahead and do that for each of these points to create the spine of this topology. And so you can imagine that's really tedious, as there's multiple transformations that have to take place. Well, instead of doing that, I'm going to go ahead and undo that operation. What we can do is we can actually select this connector and we can run the script. Go to Script and squeezecon.glyph, and it's prompting me to select the first point. So this will be my first point. And now it's asking me over here to select a second point. This will be my second point. And it's taken that connector and it's automatically transformed it to fit between those 2 points. And I can go ahead and do this to build up the remainder of the topology really quickly. I'm just going to go ahead and re-execute that script. Pick 2 points, Control A to re-execute. We're going to pick 2 more points. Control E to execute, pick 2 more points. And now I've got the spine of this topology that follows that fillet, and I could go ahead and create the domains and then go ahead and create the blocks. So that's how you can go ahead and use the squeezecon.glyph script to basically take a connector and squeeze it to fit between 2 points. If you like this video, be sure to click the thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. And if you have any questions or comments, drop us a line down below or connect with us on Twitter, which is linked in the description. Thank you very much.